Hello. Good evening, mamas and papas, and good evening, my little ones. A very warm welcome on behalf of Mindseed Preschool and Daycare. I am Aparna Chaudhary, and I will be your storyteller for this evening. But before we move ahead with the story, I want to wish all of you a very happy Holi. Yes, it's the Holi festival, and I want to know how are you guys planning to celebrate it? Should I tell you how I'm planning to celebrate it? Well, of course, to start with, no splashing colors on my loved ones. That's what I'm going to do, or anyone, because I'm going to maintain social distancing. But I'm definitely going to celebrate this festival by having sweets, spending time with my family, and of course, narrating this story to all of you. That's how I'm celebrating Holi. So do write into me and let me know how do you plan to celebrate Holi. Yes? And should I tell you what today's story is all about? Or whom is it all about? Guess. Yes, it's about Holi. So you remember a couple of months back, I had narrated a story, and the name of the story was Amma Tell Me About Diwali. So I'm going to do a story from the same series, and today's story's name is Amma Tell Me About Holi. So are you ready to meet Klaka again? He's back and he's really excited. Do you remember his eyes? Yes, I love those eyes. So Klaka and Kiki, his brother, both are back with an amazing story, and the name of the story is Amma Tell Me About Holi. So, as usual, just a day before Holi, Klaka and Kiki, his brother, they were both very excited, and it was night time. They finished their dinner and they ran into bed. They pulled their blanket and Klaka started screaming as usual. He was like, Amma, come fast, please, it's story time. And Amma was like, yes, my love, I'm coming. So she came and she tucked both Kiki and Klaka into the bed under the blanket, and she was like, okay, tell me, which story do you want to listen to? And what was the answer? The answer was, Amma, tell us about Holi. His Amma was like, I was expecting that. I knew today both these boys are going to ask me about Holi. But before we move on to the story and I tell you the story about Holi, how did the name Holi come into the picture? Do you know that when I was a little girl, I, as in Amma, was telling them, and in fact, even my Amma told me when I was small that when they were little ones, when they were children, they didn't have the colors and pitchkaris that all of you have to play. You know, all these fancy toys that we have. In olden days, when they were young, when they were small, they had colors which were made out of natural things. So, and they used only two colors. Majorly, they used actually one color only, which was red and yellow. And red and yellow colors, these holy colors, were made out of trees, leaves of trees. And the name of the tree is Palash. Yes. So, the red color is called Gulal, and the yellow color is called Abir. Yes. And Holi, actually, the day before, the day before you start playing with colors and all, the day before that night is the Holi night, and you get to see the full moon on that day. So Holi is basically, it always falls on a full moon night. So tonight, in fact, when the moon is out, do go and check it out. You'll see a full moon. And we place a bonfire. Now, I'm sure in a lot of places this year it might not happen because you can't really come together. But usually during holy nights, we have the bonfire with sticks and twigs, and the whole significance, the whole importance of burning of that fire is basically telling us that all the silly thoughts that we have and all the silly things that are going on are moving away, and only good things should remain in our life. Now, most of the festivals are celebrated to tell us this, exactly this, right? That always remember to do good. So Holi is also about that. But the name Holi has come from a special character, and her name is Holika. And that's how Amma started her story. So Amma told Klaka and Kiki that once upon a time, long back, there was a king, and his name was Hiranyakashipu. What was his name? Should I get him in front of you? Ta-da! That is Hiranyakashipu. His name was Hiranyakashipu. And he was supposed to be an evil king. Now, evil king basically means that he didn't believe in being nice to people. He was always rude to people. So he was a king, right? So he had all these people working for him, living in his kingdom, and he was not at all good with them. He would be mean, he would shout at them, he would keep on asking everybody who is the best, who is the most powerful. And everybody in his kingdom had to say, King Hiranyakashipu, you are the best. You are the most powerful. There is nobody better than you. And he would also ask everybody to say that he is the most kind person. Now, that is not a good thing to do, but he was an evil king. That's what he was. And he had a sister, and her name was Holika. What was her name? Holika. She would just look like him. I'm going to get her. I'm going to call her after some time. But I'm a little skeptical to call her because she's usually hotter. She can play with fire. But she looked exactly like him. And Holika was King Hiranyakashipu's sister, and she had a magical power. And you know what that magical power was? That even if she sat inside a fire, she would never ever burn. Now it's very unsafe, okay? So you should stay away from anything that lights up. So we are not supposed to be touching fire. You remember that, right? It's not safe. But in Holika's case, she could sit inside fire because she was a magician. She knew magic, and that was her superpower. So Hiranyakashipu and his sister Holika were very, very evil, and they would trouble everybody, and they would keep asking everybody, who is the most powerful? Who is the best? And everybody had to say, you Hiranyakashipu, you Holika, and nobody else. Now, Hiranyakashipu had a small little son. Do you want to meet him? Should I call him? Ta-da! His name was Prahlad. So he was the son of King Hiranyakashipu. But Prahlad was exactly opposite of King Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad was kind, sweet, helpful, nice to people. He never ever said anything that was not good to people. He never said anything bad. He always did good for all the people in his kingdom. And do you think King Hiranyakashipu liked that? No, he didn't even like that. He didn't like his son being nice. He wanted his son to be exactly like him. He wanted his son to be an evil king because he thought that being powerful is everything. If you have power, everybody is going to listen to you. But that's not what Prince Prahlad thought. He thought, no, if I'm nice, if I'm kind, if I'm helpful, then everybody will listen to me. And he was right, don't you think so? So just like Hiranyakashipu was asking everybody in his kingdom, one day his sister Holika told him, brother, you keep asking everybody who is the most powerful, who is the best, and everybody takes your name. Why don't you go and ask your son Prahlad? He's your son. He'll definitely take your name. Now, Holika was also very smart, because she knew how Prahlad was. She purposely made him go to him. And Prahlad was sitting under a tree and he was sitting with his eyes closed, listening to the birds chirping in the garden. He was doing his own thing. And that's when Hiranyakashipu walked up to Prince Prahlad and he said, Prahlad, what are you doing, my son? And Prahlad was like, he joined his hand, he looked at his papa, and he said, Hello, Papa. And he bent in front of him and he said, Nothing. I was just sitting and meditating. I was closing my eyes and I was listening to the birds chirping. It's so beautiful. And King Hiranyakashipu like, ha ha ha, who does that? You have time to do all this? Tell me, I have a question for you. You have to answer that. And Prince Prahlad was like, okay, please tell me, my king. And he said, Prahlad, I want to know from you, who do you think is the most powerful? Who is the best? Who is the ultimate king of the world? Who is the one that you like the most as the king? Now that was a tough question for Prince Prahlad to answer because Prahlad always spoke the truth. And you know what he said? He said, My dear father, I think anyone who takes care of his kingdom, who actually listens to all the people, who is kind, is supposed to be the most powerful in the world. The moment Hiranyakashipu heard this, he started shivering in anger. He was like, What? So you think I am not the most powerful king in the world? I am not the best? And what do you think Prahlad said? He actually nodded his head and said, No, you are not. The moment that happened, Hiranyakashipu was like really upset. And he was such an evil king that he did not care that Prahlad was his son. He just wanted to prove to everybody, he just wanted to tell everybody that he is the best. And you know what Hiranyakashipu did after that? He took Prahlad and he said, okay, if you think I'm not the most powerful king in the world, and if you think you are the most powerful, did Prahlad say that? He didn't. But Hiranyakashipu, he had to say that. He said, if you think you are the most smartest and most powerful, and somebody else is going to come to save you, then let me take a test. Let me see how you are going to take care of yourself without me. Everything for Hiranyakashipu was me, I'm the best. I will do it. I will save you. And you know what he did? He put his own son, he took Prahlad and he put him in front of 3 angry elephants. And he told Prahlad, let me see how you're going to save yourself from these angry elephants. Now, you know what Prince Prahlad did? He didn't say anything. He said, okay, father, let's see. He went and stood right in the middle of these angry elephants who would have just stomped on him. But the first thing he realized about the elephants was that they were really very hungry. And that is the reason why they were angry. Oh, that rhymes, hungry and angry. You know what he did? He quickly ran and he got a bunch of bananas and he gave it to those angry elephants. And the moment somebody gives you or takes care of you, gives you food, takes care of you, are you going to be angry with that person? And they were animals. They immediately mellowed down and none of those elephants were angry with Prince Prahlad. In fact, they all came and kept their trunk, and that was a sign of thank you to him. Hiranyakashipu was like, what? You actually took care of those elephants? I'm not going to leave you. I am going to put you in a room full of snakes. Let me see how you're going to take care of yourself. You will have to call me the most powerful king in the world to help you. Nobody is going to come to help you. Nobody. Even you cannot help yourself. And he took Prahlad and he put him in a room where there were lots and lots and lots of snakes. And the first thing that Prahlad did, instead of getting scared, imagine if there's a snake. I have seen a snake and I get very scared of snakes. But he was very, very calm. The first thing that he did when he was inside that room, instead of getting scared, he started looking at the room. He started looking whether there was any place for the snakes to go out, because they were all inside that room. There were some 10 snakes inside that room. And he found a small little window. So he quickly ran there and he opened the window. And with the help of a stick, he kept telling them to move out. He kept telling them that, oh, you guys, you all are also locked like me inside this room. Let me help you. So instead of thinking that the snakes are going to bite him, he thought of how he could help the snakes. And he actually opened the window and all these snakes went away. And Hiranyakashipu was all the more upset. He was like, what? How did that happen? You should have got scared of the snakes, Prahlad. This is going to be the last test. Let me call my sister Holika. You cannot escape fire, can you? You're a small little boy. You cannot. And she has magic. Ha ha ha. And he called his sister. And that's where I'm going to get Holika. See? This is Holika. This is Hiranyakashipu's sister. And she was a magician, an evil magician who could sit inside fire, but because of her magic, she was not supposed to burn. So she decided, she said, okay, Bhaiya, I'm going to help you. I'm going to see to it that Prahlad says that no, please save me. And you, Hiranyakashipu, you are the most powerful. And Holika Bua, you are the most powerful. Aunt. She was his aunt. Yes, his Bua, his Attu. So what did Holika do? Holika took that little boy, she made him sit on her lap, and she went inside and sat on a bonfire. You remember I told you that we burn bonfire during Holi? Yes, we take a lot of sticks and twigs and we burn the fire. Yes, and that's exactly what she also did. She picked up all the dried twigs, all the sticks, all the fallen sticks from the tree. She made a bonfire. She lit the bonfire. She took Prahlad on her lap and she went and sat inside the bonfire. And as soon as she sat inside the bonfire, the flame started growing. And she started laughing. She said, Prahlad, you are going to call out to your father very, very soon to help you because you're going to burn. But Prahlad was sitting with a clear mind. He had nothing. Imagine his aunt was actually going to burn him. And instead of getting upset, he said, okay, Boa. He said, okay, auntie. Let's see what happens. I have not done anything wrong. So let's go and sit. And he sat on her lap. And the magic didn't work. Instead of Prahlad burning, Holika actually started burning. And she was like, what? My magic is not working? I am burning? How did this happen? Help! 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 And she took Prahlad and she jumped out of the bonfire. Now she got burnt and Prahlad got saved. And that's when Hiranyakashipu just didn't know what to say. He was like, what? My sister, who was a magician, who was not supposed to burn, Holika, she got fire and nothing happened to Prahlad. And that's when Prahlad told him that I did not wish for anything bad for you or for Bua. I sat there with a nice clear mind and I said, okay, if this is what they want, let it happen. But you had been thinking of causing harm to me. And that doesn't make you a very nice person. Hmm. What do you think? He was right. Correct? Yes? From that day onwards, people started celebrating the festival of Holi, where you burn the bonfire, and we burn the bonfire of Holi to actually tell ourselves and each other that let's burn away all the silly thoughts that we have for in our heads. Yes, and let's think of only and only good things. Let there be light, let there be love, let there be wonderful people around each other, and let's live happily together. And that's how the celebration of Holi started. With the bonfire, Holika, which basically was nothing but silly thoughts. Holika is actually silly thoughts, is burnt away into rashes and it's gone. And that's exactly what we do on the night of Holi. Yes. And that's when, by the time Mama had finished the story and she looked at Kiki and Klaka, they were both staring at Amma and they were mesmerized. They were really amazed by this story of Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu and Holika. And they were like, wow, Amma, but I still have a question for you. And Amma was like, Kiki and Klaka, I knew you guys will always have one question or the other. Didn't you like the story? And he was like, of course I like the story, but I still have one question. And this is a question that I want to ask all of you also. That Klaka actually asked his Amma. He asked her, which is the best color of Holi? What do you think? Which is the best color of Holi? Do you have an answer? Now, colors come and fade, right? When you apply color or you paint something, the colors wash away. But there's one color that never washes away, that always stays with us, and that is the best color. And you know what color that is? It is the color of love. And that's what Amma told Klaka and Kiki. She said, sweetheart, just like Prahlad was nice, kind, and he had love for everyone in his heart, and that's the reason why everybody liked him, you should also remember that these are festivals. But one color that will always stay in your life is the color of love, is the love that you give everybody, is how you treat everybody, is how you take care of everybody. So, not just on Holy Day, but every day, love everyone, take care of everyone, respect everyone, and have fun. And Klaka was like, And you know what he did after that? He gave a big hug to Kiki, his brother, and Amma. And he said this was one of the best stories he's heard in a long, long time. And they all went to bed. I hope you enjoyed the story. Once again, wish all of you a very happy Holi. I hope our babies stay at home. I know it's not a very pleasant thing. They love to play with colors and water. But given the situation, stay at home, play at home, whatever you want to play, and maintain social distancing. And take care of yourself and take care of Mama and Papa. Yes, do let us know if there's any story that you want us to narrate, and we would happily do that. Until next Sunday, take care of yourselves, be good, do subscribe to our channel, which is Mindseed Preschool, and we'll see you soon. Bye.